Women, we have to get back to making boundaries and sticking to them. We have to get back to making and sticking to our boundaries. People will only treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. So we have to get back to the drawing board and make some non-negotiables. You know, too often we get into relationships with guys that we know and we already, like, it's not a secret. They have these habits or they have these tendencies, and we are aware of them up front, and we know them, and we know that we're not really happy with it or we're not really vibing with that, but we still go ahead and try this relationship out, end up being in a serious relationship with them, falling in love with them, and then get mad when they refuse to change the vice or the habit that they had when we met them. We are not here to change and bend men to our will, right? But we also want to make sure that what we are attracting is something and someone that we desire and that we deserve. And before that can happen, we have to really be conscious of our decisions, what we like, what we don't like, make boundaries. And again, we have to make some non-negotiables. And non-negotiables mean just that. Non-negotiable. There are some things that we can compromise with and we know that we can live with if we had the choice. And we have to be really honest with ourselves. At the beginning we say, oh, we can deal with it. You know, I really don't like this, but I can deal with it. And then a year or so into the relationship, we can't deal with it. And so you have to really be honest with yourself, what you can and cannot accept, what you can and will not be able to deal with long term. Once you make these boundaries, you stand 10 toes down on them. You do not compromise for anyone at any time. These become your guiding principles for dating. And this will save you a lot of heartache, a lot of stress, a lot of breakups, unnecessary heartache in the future. For example, one of my non-negotiables is smoking. I will not date a man that smokes. So I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care how nice he is. I don't care how great. It's like as long as I know, as soon as I know that he's a smoker, it's absolutely a non-negotiable. It's a turn off for me. Why? Because at the end of the day, can I live with that long term? I cannot. And so if I would try to make him stop smoking later on, now I've created conflict in a relationship that may have seemingly went well up until that point. So do not violate your boundaries. Make your boundaries and do not violate them for any reason.